Hello. I have had so many technical difficulties over the last few days that I decided that I better just redo this because I've been trying to upload since last night and it just, it's not working. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this as the card pull over from the other day. And so the video will be up if you missed this and nobody comes to the live. That's cool because I just decided to do it because I was not having any luck. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull again for card pile number 1. So the recording, I've already done it, so I'm just going to go ahead and do new cards because they I have no idea what they were. I can look it up, but I'll rather just do a whole new one and reset this whole energy, okay? So here we go. We'll just go ahead and see what we've got here for pile number 1. Re-pulling it. So, okay. Go, and one more. Let's see what we've got. So this is pile number 1, and this is the Serephinite. So this is this little beauty here. Such a lovely, lovely stone. It's just gorgeous. So this one is for, let's just look at my little list here. It's for, the affirmation is, I accept angelic guidance. I open my higher heart. It is for emotionally, for forgiveness, compassion, love, which is something that we all can always use more of. It helps with your intuition, your psychic abilities, and spiritual growth. So it's really quite a beautiful stone. So that's the Serephinite. So this is pile number 1. For those of you who chose pile number 1, this will be your reading, okay? So what have we got here? We've got otters. Ooh, this looks like play. This is about playing, enjoying your friends, your family, doing beautiful things together, and just frolicking. You know, it's really important that we have that state of mind. That's one of the things that came through last night with the session, which the computer shut down on me, so I couldn't get it together for you. I'll try to do a transcript of what I did get or what I was available to get through. We've also got give love. So for pile 1, this is looking like there's some memories here. This feels to me like childhood friends that are actually having an issue right now, and it might be time to walk away is what it feels like, because you've got the King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another, but this looks like a goodbye letter to me. Okay, this looks like she's typing a goodbye letter. You know, the memories and all of this stuff, that was wonderful and that was great. And there was some lessons learned and there was lots of love between you. But there was a hard lesson here within this relationship, and it's time to end that relationship because this is the next one you've got. Okay, this feels like it's really interesting because you see this tiny little sword on her. It's almost like it's near her heart, and so this one getting ready to throw this last dagger is also near her heart. So you might want to, you know, get your distance from that person instead of trying to make amends. Allow yourself to walk away, okay? This is not healthy. This is not something that's good for you. This is pile number 1, okay? So those are the cards for pile number 1. I would just say definitely take advice from this one. Sit down and actually write out what you're feeling. Don't try to keep it inside of you. Sit down and write out everything you're feeling, and then rather than send it to the person, just burn it so that you can send it up into the universe and get rid of it. There's no need to carry it in your body or in your mind or in your heart, because this person is just the way they are, and you're not going to be able to move forward with them in that way, okay? So that's pile number 1, all right? Now we're going to go number 2. Is that you, Vicky? Hi. Alrighty, let's pull for number 2. I was just thinking about you earlier, Vicky. I was redoing my my books for my course, and I was thinking about you guys. I might have to get you guys all together to check them out, the new ones. All right, pile number 2. We have Charoite, which is this little beauty. This is a really lovely stone, but I'll tell you what, this stone packs a punch too. It does not mess around. If you want to move forward on something, that's a good stone to do it. This one is, the affirmation is I am present. So it's about being in, like, actually in where you are now instead of living in the past or in the future. It's for clarity and insight, mental clarity, and also for noticing synchronicities. And it's very good at of showing you the truth, okay? So that's what that one is. So we're just going to go ahead and pull for those first few cards there for this pile number 2. Okay. Pile 2. Okay, number 2. This one. And then I'll pull a couple more extras after, too. So, there's one more. All right. So, I just am noting they're telling me to look at something here. This is talking about kidneys, liver, pancreas, all that area. And for some reason, they really wanted me to point out the physical aspects of the crystal lore. So, body detoxing, gout, migraine relief, high blood pressure, kidney health, liver health. A lot of people are having a lot of issues with their bladder right now. And it's because we have a lot of stuff we're getting rid of. And as you get rid of toxic emotion, you also have you also end up with what feels like a bladder infection, but when you go to the doctor, there's no infection. And so what it is an energetic cleansing that's happening. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that you can eat asparagus for things like that. So it just helps to get the body to go back into its natural rhythm and helps it to detox as well. So, you know, that is the thing. Always, you know, I always encourage you to get everything checked. But if you go to the doctor and they say there's nothing there and you're still having issues, eat some asparagus. It really does help, okay? So, let's do pile number 2. Again, this is Charoite. Okay, and we're just going to see what we've got here. All right. Okay, so we've got the Raven. So we've got a little bit of magic happening around with you. It looks like I'm seeing that the stars are aligned for you, and that you are just getting ready to take flight. I mean, that is a beautiful card. Look at that. Okay. And then we've got healing waters with that. But you see next to him, he's got that little fox, which is, you know, I don't know what this is, but this week it seems like there's lots of betrayal happening according to that last set. And now when I'm looking at this, look at this card. And the man had a fox next to him, and a fox is about secrecy and slyness and thievery and things like that. This card does not look nice at all. This is, witches should hold other witches accountable, and that's fine, but, not in this type of setting. You know, if you want to tell somebody something, you don't all attack someone. That's not the way to do it. You each individually share that you're concerned, because this attack mode, this does not help. Okay. That's never good. That's, it's not a nice way to do things. Okay. So, there's somebody that's going around in between everyone and causing a lot of trouble here. Okay, this isn't outright. This is not outright like that last card. This one is sneaky because you've got your little sly fox there who's sitting right next to you being your best buddy, but they're actually out there riling everybody up at you. Okay, so this is pile number 2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no crazy, eh? So it's just a little bit of a, it feels to me like, look at this. when you put these two cards together, it's quite hilarious because you've got all these people doing pointing fingers, and then this little witch goes home and goes, "Oh yeah, let's just make a little potion for each of you bitches." Oh goodness. So this is a moment of, oh my gosh, an embarrassment, that type of thing. But this one is like, you know, after you're done with that initial, you know, feeling crushed, then you remember who you are, and you remember that you can take care of that yourself, okay? So take care of that yourself. Don't allow yourself to feel like this, because that's just ridiculous, okay? And there's so many people that want you to feel that way, but you don't have to feel that way, okay? Because you have magic. The stars are aligned for you. And you've got, you know, the only reason this is happening is because of this sly little fox who will be found out, okay? This is only a temporary situation. This person that's doing all the little stuff behind them, they're gonna find themselves falling in that water real quick, okay? So, yeah, so this is not going to knock you. It'll be a little bit of a shock, but it's not going to knock you. You're just going to be like, oh, I know what this is. And then you just go home and you just do your little pieces of paper and you write out everybody's names and you burn them and do whatever else you have to do if you need to use oil or crystals or whatever. And you just get rid of that, okay? Just remember that you don't have to defend yourself to anyone. You don't have to try and explain yourself to anyone. If they are going to fall for the sly fox that's stirring trouble, stirring the waters, you know, that's not really a true friend then, is it? If they're able to fall for that, okay? So, goodness gracious, that's 2 piles about betrayal. That is not okay. All right, so it's interesting because I'll come back to this and I know they're funny, aren't they? The cards are great. Oh my god, this deck here especially is one of the best. Okay, so this is for pile 3. I'm just going to pull some cards for pile 3. And the pile 3 is the hawk's eye or the blue tiger's eye. Okay. Okay. That's ones. And one more. And then we'll start with the hawk's eye. So, hawk's eye, affirmations, I see clearly the larger picture. Oh, goodness. Sorry that you're feeling that. That's no good, eh? That's just not good. This one is heightening your sense of intuition. It increases your clairvoyance. And it's really good for personal work. And exploring the impact of the past or people's feelings on you, okay? So that's actually probably would be a good stone for if you're going through oh, goodness. I don't even wanna. This isn't fun. Come on, man. Oh, look at this card. God damn it. Okay. All right. The beautiful thing about the 8 of Swords is that you can get out of that. If you take off the blindfold and you stand up, you can walk right between those swords, right? So this is just like the card that was in the last one, but in a different deck, all right? So I'm going to start with the first one, and I'll go through them just like we did with the other ones, okay? So, damn it, okay. All right. So we've got the horses all riled up. Something is riling up these horses. This theme is so thick right now. I mean, this is insane that you would have this many. Strength and resilience. Okay. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Okay, this is about not living in the past. It's about staying now, being present. Okay, we were just talking about that, and that's what that stone is for. You know, the impact of the past lives or whatever, staying present. So that's what that stone is for. And then you've got this one, which if you're not present, you won't realize that you can stand up and walk through there, you know? You've got the swords there to cut your binds, to free your hands. You could take the blindfold off and stand up and walk out. And so what I'm feeling here, guys, is that we're going through a big period of of people feeling feelings from when they were young. And this goes right along with the channeling that I did last night that I wasn't able to finish because the computer shut down. And I'll try to get it for you guys just so you have it. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish up pile 3, and then we're going to go into talking about these, okay? So pile 3 was strength and resilience. The horse is getting riled up. Something is riling people up. There's energy out there that is not understood. And to be honest, my ears have been ringing for 3 days, so I can feel it. I know something's coming. What I was getting yesterday, last night, was a lot about natural disaster, things that are going to be happening. I honestly, I feel like we're going to have a pretty decent earthquake here, just because my ears have been ringing for a few days. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure. It feels like seismic activity, or we're going to have some type of a storm roll in, okay? The winds, all these winds kicking up, and the dust and the wind and everything, that would make me think it's going to be some type of a storm, right? And it's just, I just feel like the same with this one. I think it's really cool because she's sitting there with a book of poetry right there. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about, is the book of poetry. So I will tell you about that in a little bit. So the other thing with you, those of you who have taken my spiritual development course, you know that I always recommend you go out and you make a nature mandala, don't I? I say go outside, find everything you can, make yourself a nature mandala, and then figure out what all those things mean, okay? Yeah, Amy, you felt it too. So, yeah, that's something that you can do to put yourself in the present moment, okay? You'd be surprised at what messages you can receive from your guides when you do something as simple as making a nature mandala. So go out and do that. Make yourself be in the present moment. If you're going to do this, you probably want to do it quick, because I feel like there's something coming in that's not going to be very nice. So the 8 of Swords, again, get yourself up out of that. Don't live in it. Don't live in, what I'm hearing is don't live in other people's opinions. Don't let other people's judgments put you down, pull you down, push you away from where you're going, because the only people who are going to say anything nasty to you or say anything nasty about you are people who are too afraid to do what you're doing, okay? You never will see someone who is doing their own good stuff be mean or awful to someone else. It's only the people that don't want to move in their life and want to be miserable. And you know that saying, misery loves company? Well, that's what some people do. They just want to be in that, okay? So that's that one. Alrighty, so that was pile 3. Now we're going to pull one for the world, okay? Because I just want to see if they're going to give me the same thing as we got last night. So as I'm pulling these, I'm just going to pull 4 for what the situation is worldwide. What is going on with the world at the moment, okay? Because I just want to see what kind of thing we get, and then I'll kind of run over what I got yesterday, okay? Or I'll see if they want to come through. If they want to come through, I'll let them talk. Okay. Oh, you guys, these cards are great, eh? They're just, I love these. The Everyday Witch decks, those 3 are all Everyday Witch, so it's Everyday Witch's Familiars, Everyday Witch Tarot, and the Everyday Witch Oracle. And then these ones are called the Cozy Witch Tarot, and they are just so stinking cute. I love them. So, yeah, so those 3 are all by the same person, or same 2 people, and then this one's by Amanda Lovelace, I believe. Yeah. So, but they're stinking adorable. Okay, so we've got what's going on worldwide, okay? Yeah, this is a little bit similar to what I saw. Okay, so for worldwide events, what we've got going on in the collective energy, we've got a couple of cocks. We got a couple of cocks standing up on rocks, making lots of noise, okay? Oh dear, that is so funny. Oh goodness. All right, so yeah, we've got a lot of fire energy here. There's all these people have all these ideas of where it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to be doing. And on the other side, we've got everybody else who's doing all the work that is standing in their power and going, okay, how can we lend our hand? How can we lend our energy to this, right? So this is about inspiration and courage, even when you've got the cocks on the rocks making lots of noise, okay? That's too funny. Okay, so then you've got your indecisive witch. This is about wake up. What is it that you truly want, okay? Which one of these do you want to deal with? Which one of these do you want to be involved in? Which world? Which reality? You know? Yeah, so that's what it is, eh? It's about picking out which one you want to put your attention in. Hi, Amy. Hi, Carla. So yeah, it is. It's about making sure that you pick that one, that you don't have to have your mind and your body in this space. You know, even when you're in that environment, you can still be this at home. You know, you can go do your work day and then come home and then be in this state. And pull yourself back to that. And it's really funny because you've got this, you know, which way are you going to go with it? Are you going to be indecisive? You know, you have to make a decision. You're not the cock. Yeah, that's a good one, Amy. You're not the cock. At least not in this case, hey. So yeah, that's the way, you know, we've got to make that decision. We have to decide which energy we're putting out into the world. Which way are we going to be living our life? Because no matter what the world is presenting to us, we always have the ability to control ourselves, our bodies, our homes. And that's what we have to focus on, especially until about March. We have to keep focusing on that. Because we've got the Three of Swords here. There's going to be a lot of heartache, a lot of people that are going to be going through so much. And part of what I was getting last night is that the people weren't waking up fast enough. And that's why we have all this stuff coming at us, you know? With those three cards, you know, most of those piles were about shit getting kicked up, you know, betrayal, gossip, all those old energy things. And those aren't who we are, guys. You know, if that's how people want to live their lives, that's fine. We disengage from them. Because if you keep yourself engaged in that type of behavior, even if you're trying to defend yourself from it, you are missing out on what you're supposed to be doing. And what you're supposed to be doing is manifesting. And so if you don't manifest what you want coming up in the new year, then the world can't provide that for you, you know? So we're being pulled off of what we're supposed to be doing by people who don't want to do the work themselves. So don't allow yourself to be pulled off of your path by people who don't want to do the work themselves, because they want to make you a scapegoat for them not doing the work. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that. That's not going to be beneficial to anyone. You know, and that's the thing is, you just have to find ways to put your energy the way you want it, you know? So, I'm going to put the crystal meanings. All of these will be up underneath the video when I do that. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere just yet. I just want to run over some things so I don't forget before I go into the next portion, okay? A couple of things I wanted to run over. I have just updated my website again. So my services, I've defined them a little bit more, and everything is nice and clear and easy to see. The newsletter is out. It's on the front page of my website. And I just want to shout out to my beautiful people who have helped me to accomplish something really exciting. My husband and my son, Roman. And then I've got Tanya, Irene, Francis, Christine, and Tamara have all helped me to do this. This is my book, my first one. So that's a little bit exciting. So I have the link up on my website for this. This is my first book. This is the proof copy. I'm picking up the actual books tomorrow from the printer. And so they're on my website if you want to buy yourself one. This one is about mystical stuff. So this was mostly my processing as I was developing my spiritual abilities. So some of this writing goes back to like 1998. and it goes up until about 2015. So I've got 400 poems, guys. That's how I process my emotion or process what's going on in my mind. So this is my first one, and if you guys are interested, there's only a limited run. So if you want to get one, get on over to the website and order one. If you're local, you'll be able to come by and pick it up. Okay. So that's that spiel. Now, let's see what we get from our friends, okay? So, let's see. Hi, Stacy. Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, people that are just coming on and you're seeing Amy's comment, you're probably wondering what the heck. We were just talking about this card, okay? So you'll be able to watch that afterwards. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to see if they want to share anything, okay? Because they had a pretty good message coming through. And I'll start to just repeat what they were saying. What he was saying, and then hopefully they'll come in and finish it. First off, the person that came through was not one of my normal guides. He was somebody who was in authority, and he really wanted to get his message out. He was talking about humanity not taking responsibility for their own shit, okay? Not his words, mine. So he's talking about how if we don't deal with our emotions, if we don't deal with anger and judgment and nastiness and all of those types of lower vibratory things, then when we don't deal with that and we are espousing that energy, we're actually allowing it to run through our bodies and out into the world, and that it settles in the earth. And then the earth has to get rid of it. And so what she does is she shakes. Okay? She shakes. She spews out lava. She does all of these things. And the gist of what he was saying was that there's going to be some big events coming. And that, if we don't start taking control of our emotions and we're allowing people to affect us to the point where we are becoming like them, then we're actually contributing to the disasters on the planet. Okay? And so his thinking, or what he was saying, was it doesn't matter if you just start small, even if it's just starting with your own self, working through your own things, helping your children to learn to cope with their emotion, helping the people that you know that are around you that are having a hard time with their emotion, being able to help them. Never at the cost of your own peace. We've got to try to embody love and kindness and beauty and, bliss was what he was saying. Because of the chaos going on in the world, there's a lot of people who are in a lot of pain. There's a lot of people who are quite sad. There's depression. There's a massive amount of people that are passing over. Pets are going. All these things are happening. And what it's doing is it's creating this rolling thunder of negativity that's just lingering on the earth. And it's sinking into her. And so she is going to have to shake it off. Okay? So you will be seeing some events happening. What they wanted you to know was that, it's not the end of the time. It's not end times. It's the splitting of two worlds. It's the splitting of the old timelines and the new timelines, which are prepared. That's why it's so important to work through your shit so you actually are emotionally balanced enough to be able to start creating what you want to do in the future. Come February, March, we're going to be taking off. So from now until then, start really looking at what you want to change in your life and make the steps necessary to actually do it. And so that when March comes around, you got everything all lined up and ready to go. Okay? So that's the key of what they were saying yesterday. So, and it's also about helping each other out. Like, doing more, we could do some more Reiki shares, things like that. Things that we can really do for each other. If somebody's really down and you just don't have the time or energy to be able to help them, drop some baked goods in their mailbox. It's something that simple. have some flowers delivered, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just those little tiny things that can really make a difference in someone who's having a really rough time. And so try to remember that when shit starts shaking up and the world starts going through some massive changes and you see a lot of people, leaving, you have to try and not fall into that depression, fall into that fear, that terror feeling, because that's going to amplify the effects on the planet, and then she's going to have to do more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a snowball effect. And so I would say, if you can, just try to find the best ways of processing that you can do, which are least harmful. Okay, so that would be using the elements. So that would be using water, using wind, dancing, singing, going swimming, sitting by the ocean, those types of things, so that you can move that stuff out of your body if you need a physical outlet. If you don't need a physical outlet, you can always write. You can sit down and you can write all of the things that are bothering you and then burn it. Or you can write a couple binding spells if you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not hurting someone by doing a binding spell. You're just binding them from hurting you. Or hurting others. That's oftentimes that's the case. And so, just try and not fall into that state of fear. Okay, try to stay going forward so that you aren't getting stuck. Okay, and if you do need help, find someone that you can talk to. There's people are all around you that you can talk to. And oh, by the way, all of my students, Reiki or spiritual development, whoever, whatever, I've still got that thing up on my website. I put the link up there again for you for the $20 readings. If you need someone to talk to and you don't want to pay for a full reading, I'll always do that. Okay, I would do it all for free if I could, pay my bills. So. But anyway, that's for the students, and you all know me, so you know that you've got that with me anytime. So, and now I'm going to pull cards for people, okay? So, who's first? Who wants a card? What do we got here? Oh my goodness, that one just flew out. Let's see what that says. Merp, merp, merp. Ooh. Looks like the little guy up there behind me, doesn't it? All right. That's you, Carla, because you're the first one that said it. And I got yours here, Michelle. All right, so Carla, we've got this one for you, all right? I would say you need to call in your dragon. They really do exist. I call my dragon in when I need to really move things, and I definitely need to move people away from me. And then you just use a visual and you start thinking about how you want that to be. Cool, I see you guys. All right. So let's see. I'm just going to write down a couple names while I can see it before they drop off. So let's see. Just going to go back up here. So I've got Carla I'm doing now. I'll do yours in a minute, Carla, real quick. I'm just going to write down a few. Michelle, Vicky. Okay, and who else have we got? Amy. Okay. It's doing that thing again where it's not letting me see. Okay. Hi Sandra and Debbie. Debbie and Sandra. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. Which deck do I want to use? I think I'm going to use those Crazy Ladies, because I know you guys all like those, but so we've got your dragon first, Carla. We've got a dragon, but I want to pull from this other deck as well. Yeah, I would say for you, you need to call in that dragon energy. You need to remember your strength. And I think also the reason that you got the dragon is because they want you to have a harder coat. Don't let people get under your skin. You've got to have something that you can push them away from that and not let them get under your skin. You need to make that strong and realize that you know, this lifetime is only one tiny piece of the long journey that you've had, okay? So don't feel like you can't use the knowledge that you have. Like, if you look at this guy's a wizard. Like, he's got so much knowledge. You've got all kinds of tools to use. You just forget yourself and you make yourself small, but don't do that, okay? Get that hide tougher if you need to. Find a way to make that stronger for yourself, because you don't need to be carrying on all that weight of other people, okay? All right, now, let's use the fun deck, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go one more to Carla, just because I want to use this deck. The Magician. What does it say? You have everything you need. I just said that. Okay? You can do anything you want to do because you have everything you need. So start using it, okay? Beautiful. I love when they do that stuff. Okay. So that's Carla. Now we're going to go to Michelle. Okay. Pull one for Michelle. Okay. I like this one here. Michelle. True success isn't about money. It's about happiness too, Michelle. What a cool card to get. You know, maybe it's time to set up your own little shop, eh? Weren't you just talking about this? It's time. That's telling you it's time. Do it, okay? That's you. That's you in your own energy, in your own space, doing your thing. So go for it. Start setting all of your stuff up now so that when March comes along, you're ready to rip, okay? Now we got Vicky. Let's pull one for Vicky. Vicky. Pause and savor the results of your success. Woohoo! Check that out. Just relax. You know, sometimes we forget to look at what we've actually created. We forget, you know, how beautiful our lives are. You know, we're always in such a hurry. Like, I can't believe my kid just graduated high school. It went so fast. Honestly, just enjoy every moment you can with your family, and really take the time to realize what a beautiful home you have and what a beautiful family you have, okay? And just enjoy being with them, especially over the next couple of months. While the world is going crazy around you, you just lay in your hammock and you have fun, okay? The thing is that we have a responsibility as parents to not let our kids see all the evil in the world, because we don't want them to re-manifest that as they get older. You know, just through knowing it exists, okay? So, they can have a beautiful life. It's a Beautiful Life. That's one of my favorite movies. If you guys get a chance to watch it, it's in Italian, but it's so worth seeing. And it's about exactly that thing. Okay? Our children don't have to know the world we know. We can still protect them, okay? Especially with all the crap that's coming. All right. So now we have Amy. Amy. Okay. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you, Amy. Look at that. That's beautiful. And I love that it says a place to hang your hat. Your witch hat. So spend time with the people that make you happy, Amy. Spend time with the people who bring you joy. Don't put yourself around people who don't make you feel good, okay? That's such a pretty card. And yeah, go get a cupcake. Or bake some cupcakes. That's always fun. All right, so that's Vicky. Amy. Now we're going to go to Debbie. Okay, Debbie. You're welcome, guys. Okay, let's see. Debbie. Oh, that's a cool card. Shine your inner light bright enough for other people to follow. I think that I talked to you about that before, Debbie, about how part of your purpose in this life is just to be joyful is to make people feel joy when they see you. You know, you've just got this beautiful light about you that you can't hide. It's just part of who you are. And, you know, let your weird light fly. You could be as strange as you want to, because that's your job. Your job is to bring joy. So, you know, if you've got that as a life purpose, that's pretty freaking cool. So start letting other people see you. Let them see your sense of humor and all those little quirks about you that are just beautiful, okay? That's a nice card to get. Good one, Debbie. Okay, now Sandra. Let's see. Sandra. Okay. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. That's actually a really nice card. I think you kind of live that way anyway. You know, you're always looking for, you're paying attention enough to be able to see, but there's something else coming in for you that you're not quite expecting, Sandra. So it's going to be interesting to see what that is, because this is something you're not expecting at all, and all of a sudden it's going to be there, and you're going to be like, whoa, what the heck is going on? So, yeah. And it's something beautiful. It's really interesting because she's holding a cup, and it looks like it's filled with pearls, and I think that's pretty cool. So, see what that brings to you, okay? I love that, having a place for my witch's hat. Heck yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if any of you can see it, but when you go outside, especially in the mornings when there's still that beautiful dew outside and everything's still a bit moist, especially around the new moon time, if you look out at the sky, you should be able to see the little sparkles. The veil is thinning so much. You know, I've seen that since I was a child, but so many people now are starting to see it. So take the time to go out and have a look and see if you can see those sparkles in the sky. They look very much like this, okay? It's like movement and sparkles all over the place. So a lot of people are going to be starting to see spirit a lot more clearly. And so just make sure that you're looking. And then when you're looking at spirit, don't look directly where you think it is. Look past it, because then you're not blinding yourself to it. Because often if you try to focus on the area you think they are, you're actually going to blind yourself completely from it. You have to look past them. Okay? Similar to when you're doing a punch. You want to punch past where you're going. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. Okay? So, yeah, that's beautiful. And I've just pulled another one, which is pretty cool. And I think this is kind of a really good one for light workers right now. You know, this is the world we're creating. And this is saying celebrate. You know, you've done it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. You know, and that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of months. Try and find that balance between being joyful or feeling bliss within ourselves and seeing the world falling apart around us. That's going to be a difficult balance for us, but again, as what they were saying last night, it's really important that we do, you know, find that space within ourselves so that we're not contributing to the darkness that's out there, okay? And I think that's everything. So again, my book. Make sure that you check it out, okay? It's on my website if you want to get it. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I'm pretty stoked. So, it's poetry, okay? Again, it's how I process. Yeah, it talks about the different things. It talks about what it feels like with your beloved when you meet your beloved on the other side. It talks about some awful things that have happened to people who've told me their stories from spirit. And then also me processing my own things as I'm doing them. Would you guys like me to read you one? One of the poems out of here? I'm not sure if that's something you guys would be interested in. Is anybody there? I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'll read you one called Dreams Felt. And this is what it feels like to have, you know, those types of abilities. I hate those dreams that feel so real. The ones when I wake up I can still feel. Smell burning flesh, tasting blood, gasping for air as I drown in a flood. Flashing so fast, all these things go by. I can't make sense of them, though I try. I feel the bites as the dogs attack, then the bayonet blade plunge in my back. They've taken my hands from my arms. My heart races as I hear those alarms. Now grieving for children torn from me, how many things do I have to see? I can't seem to get a good night's sleep. Into my mind all these thoughts creep. They seem more to me like memories. I know I've lived through some of these. Although I try before sleep each night, I can't clear my head. It seems like a fight. I'm so tired now all through the day from spending the whole night running away. I wrote that in 1998, before I could understand my abilities or what I was actually seeing. I didn't understand what it was really. So, yeah, so that was one I wrote in April of 1998. So that's one. And, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And the second one's already, I've already got the second one going. So I have over 400 poems that I've written over the years. That's how I process my emotion and my stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one for you, Pam, because I see your name on there and you weren't here when I did the pulling part. So I'll just pull one for you real quick, okay? Because I think I missed you last week, so just get you one. I'll try to pull one for the ones I know missed it last week. What have we got here? Oh, same with you, Pam. Yours says true success isn't about money, it's about happiness. So, oh, thank you, Debbie. And thanks, Vicky. So yeah, this is about setting up your life the way you want it. You know? Making yourself be where you want to be, doing what you want to be doing. Yeah, Pam, maybe it's time to start doing some healing work or something that you enjoy, you know? Moving into where you want to be and making your space yours. Okay? Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Kath. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, that's cool. All right, anybody else want one before I shut this down? I got one here for somebody. Who is it? All right. All right, guys, this is our leaving card. And it says, do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. So that's the Ace of Cups. All right, guys. I think that's a pretty good one to leave it with. That potential is absolutely raw and ready for us to create the life that we want, okay? So put your focus where you want it to be and start building what you want to build in your lives, okay? Come March, we're going to be dropping and running to what we want to be making. The energy's going to be there for us to use. It's going to start building in January, but it'll be around all the other weird events that are going to be happening. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool, all right? Oh, thank you, Carla. Yeah, they are, these poems are infused. The ones in my book are, that's how I healed. That's how I figured out who I was. So that was this is my spiritual journey, basically. And that's why it's called The Literary Journeys of a Mystic, Volume 1. I've got, like I said, 400 poems, and this is only a small portion. Maybe 50 poems in here or something like that. Maybe, probably not even that many. Yeah, there's about 50. So, yeah, so there's a little bit of a forward in there by my friend Irene, and that's really cool too and special. So, yeah. And this is by my cousin. She did this picture. She let me use her photography on my books. So, they will all be having her pictures in them. So, yes, very cool. Thanks, guys. I'm so glad that somebody showed up. It's not as fun doing this by myself, but yeah, I tried last night and it just was not working. It wasn't playing the game, so I went ahead and did it today. So nice to see you all, and I will talk to you all soon. Okay, bye-bye.